What is up, guys? Wolfgang here. So today I want to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. Now, I've been using it for about a month now, and I have some thoughts I want to share. Of course, Samsung, nor any of the companies I will talk about in this video, is sponsoring this video. These are all my thoughts and my thoughts alone. So let's get into it. Now, the Tab S9 Ultra. As some of you guys may know or remember, I had the Tab S8 Ultra. So here I'm just going to be removing the cover to show you a little bit about it. But the point is, or the main focus that I want to give for the design part, is that nothing has really changed. The design is basically the exact same, and this is a large tablet. I can't quite tell if it's in frame. You know, it's a really thin tablet, a really large tablet. So it's really great for certain use cases. Not everyone will love having a extremely large tablet. However, I do really love having such an amazingly large tablet, or gargantuan tablet, if you will. It has the same thin bezels as it had before, so if we leave, and this is a tech-linked video, yesterday's video, or I guess yesterday as of recording this video. You know, the bezels are always pretty thin. You can kind of see them there. Yeah, it still has the notch, which I'm not a large fan of. But due to the aspect ratio, with most videos, you'll never see it. So that's an okay by me. I wish it wasn't there, but it works. It's fine. So whatever. Now, the screen itself, I do want to show some quick content. Comparing the screen to a iPad Pro. This was made by, quote unquote, or I guess, quote, created by Ella, unquote. Great YouTuber. I recommend you watch her video on this. It'll be linked in the description. But the point is, I want to show some clips she made, which are an amazing comparison at why this tablet, in my opinion at least, and sort of technically, I guess, is larger than any of the iPads. And it's mostly regarding the aspect ratio. But the idea is that the content will always be larger on this aspect ratio because videos are made for more horizontal aspect ratios, and the tablet's a bit on the taller side, which, like I said, is not a negative. Depends on what you do, that will be a positive, or this will be more of a positive for you. But for me personally, this is a content viewing machine, and it is amazing at that because it has a insanely beautiful screen. It has the color signs that Samsung does, which I love. It has 4 very good speakers, 2 on each side. And sorry, I can't tell if it's perfectly visible, but you know, there's one here, there's one over here, and you know, 2 on the other side as well. And they sound amazing. The grills themselves are a bit smaller this year, but the quality has not changed. Now then, for battery life, it's about the same as last year, and it is a theme around the whole video that not much has changed too much. Still a great battery life. It'll last you, you know, a day and a half with heavy use, maybe a day if you're, you know, watching content all day with this large, beautiful, bright screen. And it has 45-watt charging, which makes it pretty quick to charge. I normally would leave it like throughout the night, so I don't really have to think about it much. But you can, you know, plug it in for an hour and it'll probably be fully charged, or at least, you know, most of the way there. Now, as for extras for the device, well, of course, it comes with the S Pen, which is an amazing feature for the tablet, especially having such a large surface. You know, drawing on it, writing on it, or using it even just for simple selection. This thing's amazing. So, and it has the Bluetooth features, so you can play and pause remotely, take pictures. It all works amazingly. I also bought 2 cases for it as extras. Now, last year I bought only Samsung official cases, which was not great, I'd say. One of them caused, or I guess partially didn't protect against a hairline fracture across the screen, which, you know, pained me. And it was my fault, yes. But, you know, now I've learned my lesson. I'm getting better covers for my tablet. So this one hugs the whole thing. It's from Finty. There's a bit more branding than I would like. I don't know if you can kind of see it here, but it works well. And one thing I really didn't like is this, you know, S Pen slot here that a lot of these covers give you. You know, it's great for protection. If you don't want to lose your S Pen, it's better to put it in here before it goes in a backpack. But I mean, realistically, I would rather they just put a little bit more rubber here on the back to hold the S Pen. And I mean, yeah, this one covers all the edges well, and you know, it gives you kind of like the folio style stand. I also bought a case from Spigen, the Thin Fit Pro. Now this case is a bit thicker than I would like it to be, but it gives you kind of like the Samsung keyboard back cover experience where you have the folding thing out to stand to your tablet. And I'm not going to put it in there because it's a pain to put in and take out. And for now, I want to be using the Finty. But this one does offer the rubber things I was talking about that I would like this other cover to have. So that's great. And now the magic of this keyboard, if you haven't seen it before, is that it comes with a separate piece. So this piece of the bottom, you can take on, or you can put on or take off whenever you want. And the point of it is, you know, when it's on, you have a lot of protection for your tablet. And when you take it off, the bottom piece of the tablet will be exposed, but it makes it perfect to use with Samsung keyboard cover. Now, this one I did buy the new version. I could have kept the S8, the Tab S8 version, but well, I didn't really want to get the annoying pop-up, so I guess Samsung won on that. And, you know, there's a pop-up that says it wasn't designed to work on this tablet, so yeah, Samsung won on that. They got my money. This keyboard is amazing. It's overpriced, and honestly, it's hard to recommend to people because of that price. It's really expensive. It should not cost that much, Samsung, but it is an amazing keyboard. Great trackpad. All the functions work amazingly well with their device. And well, as I was saying, using this keyboard or this cover without the removable plastic thing, you can attach it to your tablet and use it like, you know, similar to the back portion of this cover. However, I'm not using it because it leaves all the edges exposed. So if you want your Samsung, it's risky. So that's why I don't want to use it. Now, one thing this tablet or the case comes with, which I'm not too big of a fan of, this is kind of how I store it, is this little rubber thing. You can kind of see it on the video. Everything's black, so I guess it makes it difficult, no contrast. But the point is, this is made to hold your keyboard a bit better. It does magnetize to the tablet screen, so it doesn't really flop around, but this gives you a bit more security. So it's nice that it's there, but from my experience, you always want to make sure that this part of the tablet or this edge is facing upwards when putting it in a backpack, just to make sure you don't stretch this out too much. Getting to the price, the price has not changed from last generation, although they have improved the storage they give you. So, buying it without any discounts or anything, it is $1,200. In my opinion, just get the minimum spec. 256 is all the storage I need, especially on just the content machine, not my primary. So for me, this is enough. If you use it as your single device, so like if you don't have a desktop computer or a laptop with even more storage, perhaps you might need more, depending on what you do. But for me personally, 256 for a content machine is more than enough. Now, I got mine for around $900 since I pre-ordered it with my Fold 5. Video over here, yeah, there. So yeah, that was a pretty good discount, $300. It is pretty good. I wish the tablet were a bit cheaper, but I definitely would prefer it to be at that price than to reduce the quality of any of its pieces. So now really my only annoyance with this tablet is the price. I wish it were cheaper, like I said, but there's no other negatives I have for this tablet. The cases I have more negatives for example, all the Samsung default ones. I think there's like a new folio case that looks pretty cool, but still same issue. It leaves the corners exposed. I am not doing that again because when I broke my S8 Ultra, it hurt me a lot. So I'm protecting this one for sure. It was a pretty summarized, pretty simple video this time. The truth is they haven't changed the tablet much. If my S8 Ultra had not been broken, I would have kept it. But since it was broken, well, here I am. I sold the old one and got this new one. I'm happy with it. There's not much difference though. If you have the S8 or, you know, the previous generation tablet, any of the sizes, and you're thinking of upgrading, I would say hold off. Honestly, there's not much of an upgrade. I believe the color accuracy has improved a small amount on the new one, but it's such a small percentage, you probably won't notice it. I definitely haven't. I don't have those kind of eagle eyes or color science, I guess, perhaps, or color deltas. I don't know. I don't know this stuff really well. So the point is, I haven't noticed it much, and just to make sure I don't get striked, you know, this is still tech linked. But yeah, this, if you have the previous generation, don't even think about upgrading. This is honestly a refresh, if anything. And yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day.